Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Cabs in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I'm so excited to introduce a handsome Cavalier King Charles Spaniel boy that we have for sale. This is Mr. Charcoal of Sophie and Wesley's litter. He was born November 2nd, and so he's been in training for a few weeks now. We know his personality very well. His Recherche score is 755, 7 being that he is dependent. He loves to be held. He loves to be with people. He's not the most dependent Cavalier we've had. He can handle being by himself and self-entertain, but he definitely prefers to be held. He loves to snuggle, loves to cuddle. He's very affectionate, which is typical of Cavaliers, and he is just a sweetheart. He is perfectly balanced with his energy level. I couldn't score him energetic and I couldn't score him calm. He's right there middle of the road. He does have some energy to him. He will play, but he's not hyper, he's not high energy, but he's also not super laid back and calm. He's right there, the perfect balanced temperament. And then he's perfectly balanced with his confidence. He's not a puppy that's super shy or timid, and he's also not super fearless, strong-willed, or stubborn. He's right there middle of the road. Size-wise, he's a beautiful boy. His mom and dad are about the same size. They're both right around 15, 16 pounds. So that's where I believe he's going to get. He may get 14, he may get up to 17 pounds at a good weight. That's where we think he's going to be. Right around that 15, 16 pound mark is where he's going to be. But he's a beautiful Blenheim boy. He has such a blocky head. He is stunning. He does not have a lot of red in him. He has a lot of white for a Blenheim. And he is just a stunning boy. I think he's going to look just like Wesley. Now, he's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age, which is January 25th. The second training level is our most popular training program we call Canine College. It's training till 16 weeks of age. That's February 22nd. Now, it's the most popular training program because, one, he'll have all of his shots. You don't have to quarantine him. Secondly, they can hold the restroom twice as long at 16 weeks than at 12 weeks. And the biggest reason people choose Canine College is their obedience commands are about 3 times better at 16 weeks than they are at 12 weeks. The third training program is Master's Program. That's training till 20 weeks of age, which is March 22nd. And then the fourth training level is Doggy Doctorate, training till 6 months of age. It's probably our second most popular training program, and that's May 2nd. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of both Sophie and Wesley. If you click on those pictures, it's actually a video where I summarize the parents. There's 2 things that make us different from any other Cavalier breeder in the world. The first thing is the quality of our parents. You'll notice that both parents are imported in from Europe. They come from generations of health clearances and show champions. Both parents have all of their health clearances. These are the world's best Cavalier King Charles, and we imported them in because we wanted to get the healthiest Cavaliers we possibly could with the greatest genetic diversity. The second thing that makes us very different is the Puppy Training Institute. Every one of our puppies get trained. And so what I'd like to do is to summarize the Puppy Training Institute, and we're going to show him off in training. Typically, puppies at this age, we can't really show off, but he is actually showing off some training. Most of it's luring, most of it is tricking him. But if you really want to learn and see what these puppies look like and act like, go to our Puppy Training Institute page. There you can see what puppies look like and act like at 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 20 weeks, 6 months. We have a training program, or a video for every training program, and I detail the differences, and you'll see puppies that have graduated, normal puppies. But right now, I'll summarize the program. We're going to show off Mr. Charcoal, and I'll come back and let you know what you need to do if you want to reserve him. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love to pull, love to tug, love to cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training, and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers, and we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now, we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer. They can hold their place longer. They can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the cot. You will definitely want to buy a cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The two other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training. And this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate. And a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously, the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Mr. Charcoal, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see his most recent pictures. Right above those pictures are the prices for each training level. Some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so in this video, we're going to show you where prices are found on a typical page, but the prices you see in this video are not necessarily his prices. You do need to scroll down, look above his pictures. And then right below this video, there's a link. It says, click here to fill out puppy application. You just click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond to you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to visit Mr. Charcoal of Sophie and Wesley's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.